Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. You can see the blue room here. Got that freshly painted. Painted the living room here as well. Joey, you ready to work out today?
Yeah. Which one do they do on
Okay, workout's done. A little chaotic with the children, but good job, Joey. Joey's making us healthy breakfast here. A little oatmeal with apple butter going on. Good, everybody?
Yeah.
Good? Kids are down, faithfully taking care of their chickens every day. I generally take care of the other ones. A quick garden update. The lettuce still going strong. We got a new progression of lettuce starting over here. Need to do some more spot weeding, but like all of my comfrey we picked and used as mulch, and I still have kale coming in, cucumbers and corn and beans are just really pumping. And as the peas die back, we're like replacing them with tomatoes everywhere. Delicious. And then these okra, they're starting to make like 2 and 3 okra at a time, and I just cannot even pick them fast enough. It's unbelievable. I've been eating okra and I've frozen half a gallon already, and there's no end in sight. And these will go until late in the fall. Like, we got to get a freeze before these will stop. Then this one zucchini plant, it was this tiny little itty bitty plant. We didn't even think it was going to survive, and it is now. It's probably 8 feet wide, I would guess. And we're picking a massive zucchini off of it every single day. It's been the best producer in the whole garden. I'm getting that much okra every 2 days. Kids harvested potatoes here, and I'm getting some big old beets. So that'll be dinner tonight, along with our fresh chicken. I mean, it's like we're in full-on homestead mode. Life is good. All of this, mind you, in like the midst of what I would consider a Western Pennsylvania drought. Given the circumstances, it's been really, really great. I have something specific that I wanted to talk to you about today. For those of you that have been watching this channel for a long time, I'm approaching 3 years of this vlog now, making videos about what I believe is the greatest city in the world and the improvements in Kittanning, and I've been talking about buildings downtown basically since the very beginning. We've been very patiently waiting for some of these buildings to improve. A couple years ago, one of them started to improve, and then recently had some more construction happening to it. I was hopeful, but this is what we ended up with. This is how they started a couple years ago, doing this bottom portion, adding the Market Street shops. Looked like maybe it would turn into a nice retail space. And then recently they covered up the entire top of the building with this roofing metal. That design choice has caused quite the stir on social media. You think about a building that's right next to it, the next tier building is kind of like a classic architecture, and then right next to it we covered up a bunch of classic architecture with something, based on the comments, I'll just call it less than ideal. I'll try to be sensitive. Now, it's not just that one either. The same building owners also own this building here, and I had a Facebook friend actually post a video of them kind of tearing off some historic marble from the top of that building to complete that project. And so it kind of makes a couple questions pop into my mind. Number one, what do we do when things don't go the way that we want them to go? And it also kind of ties into a larger question that I've been thinking about for a long time. What if Kittanning never actually gets better? See, it's pretty difficult for me to say that those aren't improvements, especially when it comes to the G.C. Murphy building. That building was in need of great repair. The front of the building was pretty ugly. It was going to be an enormous paint job to restore it back to its former glory. The other building probably didn't need what was done to it, but that being said, it's both work, it's both progress, but it's definitely not ideal. And certainly it's difficult for me to promote or to celebrate. I'm not going to be like, hey, we lost 2 historic facades downtown. What great news. Just a stunning late summer evening here out on the water. Now, if you've ever been a part of a large project, you know that this is how things go. You get diverging ideas, you get diverging personalities, and things just happen that are out of your control when it comes to things like this. And so how do we deal with that? See, I think when something like that happens, that's where it's important to have a mission driving you forward. You have to have some kind of vision for the future that you're working towards. If you don't have that, when things like this happen, it has the potential to derail you for days, for weeks, for months, for years. It has the potential to make you want to give up. But if we have a long-term vision that we're driving towards, then these kinds of things they're just bumps in the road. See, our vision that I talked about in this very park a couple years ago is for Kittanning 300. Our goal is that by Kittanning's 300th birthday, the year 2027, that we would be named one of the best small towns in America. And so we're trying to clean up blight, we're trying to solve the addiction problem, we're trying to fill up our downtown with businesses, and we're trying to make our local government more effective and more efficient. That's what we're driving towards, that's what we're trying to accomplish. And so when I look at something like that and the uproar that it caused on social media, I have to go back to the vision and say, well, does that help or does that hinder Kittanning 300? And I'm not sure that it really does either. I think that it's kind of neutral. I think that it's a stylistic preference. I think it's sad to lose history and those kinds of things. But at the same time, if one of those buildings is a little bit improved and if there's a greater chance that there's going to be a business in there sometime in the near future, then I really believe that that is something that we should look at as, that could fit in potentially to the goals that we're trying to accomplish. Now, based on my conversation with those building owners in the past, I'm not holding out a lot of hope that is going to happen, but I am also thankful that when they put the metal over the top, they didn't completely destroy the underside. So if someone else wants to buy that building and restore it later on, I think that's still possible. I guess my overall theme here for this is don't freak out, don't panic, keep your eye on the prize. Which leads me to my next question. What if Kittanning never actually improves? What if all the things that we've been working on are all for naught? What if every time we try to do something good, something equally bad happens and we just keep spinning our wheels forever? See, I've been getting comments like that for the past 3 years. People saying, Kittanning's never gonna change. The things that you're doing, that's not gonna make any difference. And while we have data now that I can point to and say that that is definitely not true, let's pretend for a moment like it is. I just wanna entertain the question for just a minute. You see, even if Kittanning never did get any better, even if it only just got worse and worse and worse, and every good thing that you tried to do was met with equal and opposite reactions that just caused things to degenerate further, even if all of that happened, you still have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to God, you have a responsibility to your community, to your family, you have a responsibility to yourself to wake up every day and do your best to make the world around you a better place to live. See, I really believe right now in the world that we're living in, negativity is threatening to just swallow us up. But I'm not buying into it, my friends. See, we have this long-term vision, we have these long-term goals, and I'm just gonna be laser focused for the remainder of 2020 on redeeming the time. I want 2020 to be known as a year of great progress, not known as the year of the great loss. See, on the Sunday live stream, I posted the title, What's Good About 2020? Because I have all kinds of good things happening in my life, and I know that you do too. If we open up our eyes and just look at the blessings that are around us, I know that we'll find things to be positive about. At the same time, I know that there are things that God wants you to do in your life. He has work for you to accomplish, and it's just like the time is too short. We cannot wait, you guys. We have to get up and we have to fight for a better community. We have to fight for a better relationships with our family members. We have to get up every day and do the things that God is calling us to do. Don't wait. You see, I really do believe in this mission that we're on, and 2020 has thrown some circumstances our way that have changed our timelines, have changed our mode of operation, and just changed the way that we live, quite frankly. But the vision remains the same. And so I just want to challenge you guys, if you're feeling disconnected, if you want to get back in the game, look at those 4 items that I just talked about. Yeah, we talked about blight, addiction, downtown businesses, and our local government, and find a way to get involved. Even if you just go to a local council meeting, or even if you go and support a local business tomorrow, or even if you get involved with Summer Serve and you help us clean up just a little bit more blight, there are a multitude of small ways that you can get yourself back in the game, get yourself back on track to be helping us drive toward a better future for Kittanning. And look, this doesn't just apply to you if you live in Kittanning. No matter where you live, you have a purpose. God has a plan for your life, and it's time to reconnect with that. And trust me, I understand, like 2020 has thrown us all for a loop. It has done the same with me and played with my mind, but I have now reached the point where I am saying, you know what, no matter what is happening around me, there is a call. There's something that I have such a strong desire to accomplish that nothing is going to hold me back from it forever. And there are times, certainly, when we have to pull back. There are times when we have to regroup. But I really just believe that right now, I and our community is being called to reconnect and to figure out how we can begin to move forward again. So I think 2 really simple ways to do that are, number 1, just to start being positive, start speaking positive things again. And number 2, find something, even some small thing that you can do to inject some good into the world. And so I just want to challenge you and put it in the comments. Tell me something good that's happening in your life right now, or tell me something good that you're going to do over the coming weeks to improve your community, to improve your relationship with your family, to improve your workplace, to do whatever, just to make something good happen around you. Put it in the comments. What's going on, buddy? You good today? Yeah, I'm home, yeah. You wanna help me outside? Yeah.
You go outside.
You go outside?
Yeah.
Good day today?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Read books.
Read books? What books do you read?
What book?
A lot of books?
Yeah.
Which was your favorite?
Dinosaur.
The dinosaur book.
Dinosaur book.
Okay. Ready?
Yes. Let's get some outside. Come outside, Dada.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, we gotta go get something, okay? Okay, come on. You can buckle up to you in there, huh?
I have to get my head through here.
Okay, that seems safe.
Yes, it's easy to sleep.
We're not going too far.
Yes. What are we doing? Yay! Whoa! You look strong, Daddy. Dad, you look strong. I'm happy. Let's go in, guys.
Gotta move the chicken brooder again. We're getting another batch. We were so happy with how the first meat chickens went. We get 25 the first time. I'm getting 30 more. And so that's basically a chicken a week for the entire year for our family. You guys like riding in the truck?
Yeah.
Crazy's in the back. All right, back in the garage. When we got the first batch of chicks in May, there was so much uncertainty and we had no idea what we were doing. And so it was like, is this gonna work? And all those kinds of things. This batch is just like excitement because we already know everything to do. We already have worked out all the kinks in our system. And so it's like, you know, we're free to just enjoy the process. I think that's like an illustration for what I was talking about earlier. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now and we're like anxious to like get our feet wet again. Like, how are we going to move forward? But once you get in there, yeah, there's gonna be some challenges, but we're gonna figure it out. And we might just find that the future is better than we ever thought possible. Little brother gets royal treatment.